This is Gerardo Del Real with Resource Stock Digest. Joining me today is the president and CEO of Banyan Gold, Miss Tara Christie. Tara, it's great to have you back on. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me back again.
Well, listen, let's get right into it. It's really easy with gold, above 2,300 and with a 7 million gold ounce resource to forget the exploration potential that the project has, right? I think it's easy to focus on record high gold prices. It's easy to focus on 7 million ounces. It's really easy to focus on the fact that you're a prime takeout target in a top-notch jurisdiction. But I really wanted to have you on to talk about the exploration upside. You had a release here recently about the commencement of drilling and some of the targets and what you're looking to do with that. So I thought it was a good time to have you on so that you can kind of share your insights and thoughts on the approach this season.
Sure, we've got lots of feedback from our shareholders, and we've spent this winter really digging into our data, both from the engineering mining side and understanding, the continuity of high grade, where we could find that to actually demonstrate, there's a strong core of this that we believe is higher grade and significantly higher grade. That's part in a mineable pit with a decent strip ratio. And so, we've dug into that. We've dug into the geology and the structure to give us kind of that same answer and combine the two. So some of our drilling is focused on drilling off some of those higher grade areas that we believe hang together really well and would give us, your 2-year starter pits, but also really form the basis of a mine plan. Exploration potential, as you said, is still high on this property. Remember, we've only drilled the deepest part of the pit. It's 200 meters. We have one hole with mineralization down to 650. So we know that this can be drilled at depth. Of course, then you're dealing with strip ratio. So we're being strategic on where we add ounces right around the pit. We know there's easy ounces right around the pit. Anybody who looks at the sections can see that because we simply haven't drilled those areas and, it hasn't been a priority, but lots of areas to add. And in fact, I think I can see growth potential to the potential target of 10 million ounces there. So we've weighed all of that. We've got our geology team, and we continue to talk even now that we've drilled 2 holes, and we put out a press release saying, yep, our first hole we saw a VG. We continue to refine our plans. And yeah, this gold price makes it pretty exciting. We're sitting in the enviable position of having cash to execute our program. So, combination of things going on. We're excited by the drilling for that higher grade as well as the exploration potential. And then we're continuing on with the metallurgy and the parts that make this and turn it into an exciting development project and the baseline work, because one of our key advantages is the permittability of this project and how fast it could go into construction. There's no other project, a gold project in the Yukon, it's held by Junior, that can actually boast our potential timeline. So, and I love spring. As you can tell, I'm super excited.
As am I. As am I. You touched on the team a bit, and you just added a technical advisor. Can you speak to Henry's background? Because the credentials speak for themselves. But for people that may not know Henry's background, can you speak to that a bit?
Well, a very senior geologist coming out of Yamana, a company that was very, very successful. So, his strengths are really understanding how you get the most value out of exploration programs and combine it with finding economic projects. That's really invaluable. So, getting that rigor of thinking from how his team, and, they very successfully got taken out in 2021. And he's come to help us out. He likes our team. He likes the geology and the project we're actually having up to site in a couple of weeks, along with some of our other quite well-known technical advisors and people that are helping us this year. We've really got a wave of support from people that want to say they've looked at this project. And so I think what we're going to deliver this year based on, his advice. And our team spent a week basically sitting down with him and going through our data hole by hole, section by section, planning and thinking. And, here's plan A, here's plan B, and really even scoping out the next 2 years of what we could do. So I'm really excited about that. We've added to our technical team in a couple other areas, geologists, structural geology, even doing some 3D geophysics to really bolster and back up our 3D geological model. That combining that gives you both targets distal as well as targets right around AurMac. So yeah, it's going to be a great year, and I'm excited for the news I'm going to have to tell our shareholders.
No, listen, a lot to be excited about, including the fact that, it's spring and obviously a great time of the year. I think the second half of this year is going to be phenomenal for both the gold price, the commodity prices, and for Banyan, a lot of irons in the fire. Anything to add to that?
No, not a huge amount. The other part that's really important is the community engagement. That's something that we take really seriously, making sure we're hiring from the community. But really, what the retail market's looking for are those drill holes, and I'm more excited this year for a program than I've ever been, and I think that it's going to be a pretty exciting 2024.
I couldn't agree with you more. Thank you again for the update. Look forward to having you back on as soon as we start getting some of those assays. Really intrigued by the potential there.
Thank you very much.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey everybody, Gerardo Del Real here. If you're enjoying the content that you just saw, you can let us know in 3 simple steps. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and please share across your network and on social media. Take care, everybody.